So we all know everyone will be muted during class, so you won't be able to hear each other's music. You'll only be able to hear me. How your music works, whether or not you listen to this playlist, whether or not we're all synced up as far as music goes, none of that will be an issue. Just got about 3 minutes. Post the playlist one more time. How's everybody doing with getting a little yoga space set up in their place? Pretty good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've pretty much cleared out my living room. My coffee table is in my bedroom. My rug is rolled up in a corner behind my back door. Working out pretty well. Move some plants around to make it feel a little bit more, I don't know, cozy. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad everyone's here. See a few more people signing on. So we've got just a couple minutes before we get started. Hope everyone has some water nearby, maybe a towel in case you get sweaty. I was telling one of my other classes, if you have a floor heater or a space heater in your place, you can turn that on. I've been turning that on and putting it like right in front of me to make it feel a little bit more like a hot room. It's been helpful. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm just trying to get creative. Hi, Melissa. All right. Okay. So one last time for the folks who just joined, I'm adding a playlist to the chat. It's a Spotify playlist. You absolutely don't have to play it. You don't have to play music at all if you don't want to. You can play your own music. Everyone is currently muted. And I've got my video pinned, so you should be able to only see and hear me. I'll try and keep my eye on the chat box if something really detrimental to our practice is going on, just let me know. But things have gone pretty smoothly the last couple classes I've taught. And so I'd like for everyone to get started. Let's get started in a seated position. So just come to easy pose on your mat. Crossing your legs in front of you, doesn't matter if it's left on top of right. But I want us to take a couple minutes to just sit and breathe together. So you can rest your hands on your thighs, either palm up or palm down. Take a minute to just close your eyes and just bring your awareness to your breath. And you don't need to focus really on extending and lengthening. Really just observe your process of breathing, your process of inhaling in, filling up your lungs, noticing your belly expand, whether or not your belly expands. And as you're exhaling, just feel your sits bones connected to your mat, to the earth. Feel yourself getting rooted, getting grounded. Let your knees relax down. If you feel any tightness, any tension in your glutes, your hips, breathe into that space and just let those muscles relax. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Relax your jaw, relax your brow, maybe even creating a little bit of space between your teeth. And just breathe. Just take a moment to breathe. Allowing everything to slip away for this next 60 minutes. I know we're living in some pretty trying times emotionally, but for now, let's just take it one breath at a time. And bringing in a little bit of movement. As you inhale, I want you to start to lift your shoulders up by your ears. And as you exhale, just roll them back and down, empty your lungs completely. We'll do that 4 more times. Inhale, draw the shoulders up. Relaxing back and down as you exhale. 3 more times. Inhale, shoulders up. And as you exhale, draw them back and down. Another inhale for the last 2. Inhale, shoulders up. And back and down, exhale. Last time, inhale, draw the shoulders up higher than you've drawn them before. And as you exhale, shoulders go back and down, relax. Bring your left hand to the front of your right knee. Your right palm touches down on your mat right at the base of your spine. Lengthen through your crown. Draw your navel up and in, and then peel your shoulders back and down. Take a full inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, just twist, sending your gaze to the right. Try to keep your navel drawn up and in. Stay right here. Take a full inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper, sending your gaze toward the back of the room. 1 full round of breath right where you are. Inhale. And as you exhale, either hold or try and twist a little bit deeper. Gently release. Inhale as you make your way back to center. And exhale as you just relax, release, sink a little bit deeper into your mat. Left palm to the front of your right knee, right palm to the front of your left knee. Left hand plants at the base of your spine on your mat. Draw the shoulders back and down. The navel pulls in toward your spine. A full inhale. And as you exhale, start to twist to the left, sending your gaze to the left side of your room. Try to keep your shoulders from creeping up toward your ears, and then we take another breath in. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper, sending your gaze to the back of the room, holding right where you are. A full inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, either hold here or twist a little deeper as you gaze toward the back of the room. Inhale as you release, come back to center. And as you exhale, dropping your shoulders down and away from your ears. Slowly starting to make your way to a tabletop position. Stacking your joints. Your shoulders will be right over your knee, your wrists, hips, hovering right over your knees. Drawing your navel up and in, lengthening through the crown of your head. Your gaze is straight down between your palms. Fingers are spread wide. Just a few rounds of cat-cow. We'll start with cat. So right where you are, take a full inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, tuck, round, navel draws up and in as you gaze back between your thighs, really pressing the earth away. A lot of space between your shoulders, rounding, curling. Inhale to drop your belly. Send your chin and your tailbone up. Press your collarbone forward. And exhale to round, coming back to cat, tucking, curling, navel up and in. Inhale, belly down, chin, tailbone up, cow pose. And exhale to round, cat. Take an inhale as you come back to that neutral spine. Navel draws up and in, the tailbone rolls under, gazing straight down, toes tuck, a full inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, our one and only downward facing dog of today's class. Taking a moment to settle into your posture, grounding down through your knuckles, let your heels drop toward your mat. The navel draws up and in, pressing your torso back, and then taking a moment to walk the feet out. Maybe adding in some free movement, shifting your hips from left to right. Maybe taking a deep bend in your knees. And then coming back to your downward facing dog, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, the torso presses closer to your thighs. Gaze back between your feet, ground down through all 10 knuckles. Take a deep bend in your knees, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Come to ragdoll pose. The knees continue to bend, torso drops down toward the thighs, grabbing opposite elbows, crown of your head hanging heavy. Holding right where you are, or starting to sway from side to side, maybe adding in some movement, shaking the head no and yes. Good. Maybe straightening one leg and then the other. Maybe deepening the bend in your knees. And then slowly starting to straighten them. Keeping your heels gap grounded, rocking your weight forward into your toes. Deepening your forward fold just a little bit. And then releasing your hands to your mat. Draw your navel up and in, so engaging through the core, toe heeling your feet to touch. And then chin to chest, heavy arms, inhaling to rise. Stack the vertebrae one at a time, head comes up flat. Finding our first mountain pose of class. Toes touching, heels touching, tailbone rolled under, navel draws in. Shoulders down and away from the ears, palms open to the front of your room, fingertips lengthened, reaching for the earth. Engage through the quad muscles, noticing your kneecaps lift as you do. Take an inhale as you sweep your arms up, tap your palms overhead and gaze up. And as you exhale, bring your hands right to heart center. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, root to rise, fingertips lift and tap, gaze up. Keep the glutes engaged. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. One more time through, inhale, rise through your fingertips. And bring your hands to heart center as you exhale. Stay right where you are, shoulders fall away from your ears. Take a big breath in. Mountain pose as you exhale. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Take an inhale as you sweep your arms up, either interlacing all 10 fingers and releasing your index fingers, or right hand grabs onto left wrist. If you're grabbing onto that left wrist, make sure you press your left palm straight up. Keep the arms straight, and then draw them back behind your ears. Keep the tailbone engaged and the navel drawn in. And take a moment to just shift from side to side. Maybe you take some circular motions. Going in both directions. Just warming up the spine. And then come back to center. Root down through all four corners of your feet. Re-engage through your legs. Take an inhale as you lengthen, get long. And as you exhale, fold to the side, right side first. So staying rooted, grounded through all four corners of your feet. If you have your hands interlaced and your first fingers released, continue to press your palms together. Lengthen through the fingertips. If your right hand is holding onto your left wrist, draw the left arm up and over, making sure that both shoulders are square. So you may need to scoop the left shoulder back just a little bit. Your head is floating right between your arms. Try not to let your chin dip down. Lift the chin, gaze straight ahead. Coming down just a little bit deeper, pressing your hips gently to the left side of the room. Finding your edge, make sure that you're still breathing. And now engage through your core muscles. Take an inhale as you peel up. Good. Dropping your arms down by your sides and exhale. Stay right where you are, a full inhale through your nose. And exhale, let it out. Second side, again, same two options, either interlacing all 10 fingers and releasing your index fingers. My little pointer gun here, I love that. Or left hand comes to right wrist this time. So we take an inhale as we sweep the arms up, taking whatever choice works best for you. Right palm presses up if the left hand is grabbing onto the right wrist. And if you have your fingers interlaced, pressing the palms together tightly, re-engaging through the lower half of the body. Inhale as you lengthen, get long through the spine. Ardha Chandrasana, left side. Exhale as you peel the right rib cage open. Keep your hips pressing forward, so engaging through the glutes. Once again, you may have to roll the right shoulder back. Head is floating between your arms. Grounding down through all four corners of your feet, drawing the right arm up and over to the left this time. Stay connected to your breath. Starting to draw a little bit deeper as you press your hips to the right side of the room this time. Breathe. Feel the abdominal muscles engage. And now engaging through your core. Take an inhale, peel up. Exhale, release arms down by your side. Holding right where you are, a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale to let it go. Our first back bend of class, you have a few options here. Hands can come to the small of the back, all 10 fingers pointing down. The shoulders draw back and down. Another option would be to lift through the fingertips. Interlace all 10 fingers, releasing those index fingers once again. Or you can just stay lifted, palms facing one another, pinkies turn slightly in. So take an inhale as you rise, taking whatever posture works best for you. And as we come to our first back bend, we exhale and we let the head drop back, the hips press forward, the collarbone lifts up toward the sky. Stay here and breathe. So we focus on pressing the hips forward, lifting the collarbone, and sending the gaze back. Now, if you're extending through your fingertips and your hands are not touching, you can bring that into a cactus. Take an inhale as you rise. And exhale as you come back to your mountain pose. So we'll do a second set of all of that, moving just a little bit faster, staying a little bit less time in each pose. Coming back to our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, take an inhale as you lift through your fingertips, maybe trying a different hand position this time. If you grab that left wrist, maybe you interlace all 10 fingers, or vice versa. Find another inhale as you lengthen through your fingertips. And exhale, Ardha Chandrasana, right side, coming all the way down to your edge. We won't be here long, so really focus on drawing the left arm up and over, rooting down through all four corners of the left foot, the right foot, the core, the navel stays engaged, drawing the hips a little bit deeper, folding a little bit deeper as you can, and then engaging through your core. Take an inhale as you rise. And this time our exhale brings us right to the left side, coming all the way down to your depth, rolling that right shoulder back, grounding down through all four corners of your feet, finding your edge, and then seeing if you can press past it just a little bit, and then engaging through your core. Take an inhale as you rise. Stay right where you are and lengthen through your fingertips. Let your head drop back. Now again, if you need to support the low spine, drop the hands to the small of your back. Roll the shoulders, lift the collarbone, and then just start to fall back. Go back, look back, reach through your fingertips, breathe. Change, inhale as you rise. And exhale as you release your hands down by your side. Taking a moment to roll out the shoulders. Maybe a quick little forward fold. And then coming back up to your mountain pose. Our first deep forward fold of class. Inhaling as you sweep your arms up, palms tap as you gaze up. Press your hips gently forward, lift your collarbone. And as you exhale, fold deeply. Big bend in your knees. Big enough so that you can drop your torso down to your thighs. So really take a deep bend in your knees. Now for this first forward fold, the arms go behind the legs, reach for opposite elbows, and then the crown of your head lengthens down toward the earth. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Find an inhale. And as you exhale, pull your nose closer to your knees. Really great place to stay. Another option is to start to straighten the legs. Finding an inhale as you lift your hips, and as you exhale, drawing your torso closer to your thighs, really folding in deep. We're here for one more breath, so take an inhale. And exhale, see if you can draw a little bit deeper. Gently start to release. Deep bend in your knees. Crown of your head is heavy, arms are heavy. Inhale as you roll up. Once you get to the top, the shoulders go back and down, maybe taking a few rolls. Coming right into our second set. Inhale as you sweep your arms up. Interlace all 10 fingers, release your index fingers. Take a generous bend in your knees. Find an inhale. And as you exhale with a flat spine, fold forward, fingertips tracing a line down whatever wall is in front of you. And once your fingertips touch down, release your hands. Another big bend in your knees. This time we reach for our heels with all 10 fingertips. Now you can also reach for your ankles or your calf muscles, but if you can, try to tuck your toes beneath your feet, bring your pinkies to touch. So right now, everything is kind of squeezed down toward the thighs, and that's exactly where we want to be. And we draw our nose into our knees. Forearms are wrapped around the calf muscles. Take an inhale as you start to lift your hips. And as you exhale, drawing your nose toward your knees. 3 breaths right here. Inhale, press the hips up. And exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale. And exhale. For our last breath, take a full breath in, deepest breath so far. And exhale as you pull deeper. Gently starting to release your grip. Navel draws up and in as the arms come out in front of you. Re-interlace your fingers. Lengthen through your pointer fingers. Take an inhale as you hinge up with a flat spine. Keep the core engaged. And exhale as you release your arms down by your side, finding your mountain pose. Take a moment to find stillness here. The heart rate is likely increased. You may be experiencing some anxiety. Sometimes that posture gives me anxiety. Just remind yourself that where you are safe. Where you are is okay. And we're just gonna keep moving forward. Awkward series. Right foot steps out about 6 inches. You really wanna look for the hips right over the ankles. If you don't really know what that looks like, take your 2 fists, press them together, drop them down between your big toes, and that's about how much space should be between your feet. The navel draws in as the tailbone rolls under, and the fingertips lengthen forward toward the front of the room. Keep the shoulders drawn back. Finding an inhale. Exhale, sit the hips back and down. Right away, the weight comes into your heels. The core stays engaged, so keep drawing the navel up and in. Keep reaching through your fingertips. Try to keep the toes from shifting out and the heels from shifting in. And now I want you to start to roll your tailbone under. And then try and drop the weight back and down a little bit further. Ideally, we get our thighs parallel to the mat, but I look at that as more the journey. So just keep reaching through your fingertips, pressing the hips back and down. Come down as low as you can. I want you to feel like you might topple backwards. The only thing that keeps you from doing so is reaching through your fingertips. So come down just a little bit deeper. One more inhale. Finding your exhale right where you are. Maybe you drop a little deeper. And then pressing through your heels. Inhaling to rise. Slowly take your time. Good. Keep reaching through your fingertips. Find your way up onto your tip toes. Driving the heels as high and as far forward as you can. Bringing your awareness to your core. Really firming up, engaging. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. And start to slowly take a bend in your knees. The knees pressed forward toward the front of the room. Try not to let your heels drop. Imagine sliding down an imaginary wall. Keep the navel drawn in. Take your time as you drop the hips low, coming down to your edge and then finding stillness. Try to lift the right heel higher and then the left heel higher. Good. Maybe finding a little bit more depth right where you are. You may notice the thighs starting to shake. That's okay. That means your body is working. And then as we inhale, we slowly press through the ball mounds, coming all the way back up. And exhaling to release the heels down to our mat. Continue to lengthen through your fingertips. Pigeon toe your feet slightly. So turning the toes slightly in, lifting the heels 1 to 2 inches, and then pressing the thighs together. Shoulders drop away from the ears, and they stay covered right over your hips. So as you inhale and exhale, start to lower. The knees press forward. The navel continues to draw in. We take our time settling our body. So squeezing the thighs together on your way down. Take your time. Find a drishti, a single point of focus, something to gaze at, preferably something that doesn't move. That'll help you with your balance. And when you get to the bottom, if you've got healthy knees, maybe you bounce a little bit. Otherwise, you just stay where you are and continue to press the thighs together. We're only here for a few breaths. So just settle in and breathe. Find a soft gaze, a soft jaw. Stay with your breath. And pressing the thighs together a little more firmly, take an inhale as you start to lift. Good. Exhaling to release, arms down by the sides. Finding stillness, a moment to breathe. Letting go of any attachment to what you believe should have happened in those last postures. And just being where you are right now. Being where your feet are right now. Garudasana, eagle pose. Starting on the right side, take an inhale, sweep your arms up, tap your palms overhead and gaze up. And as you exhale, the right arm comes beneath the left, bringing the palms to touch or wrapping your arms around your shoulders. I'm going to cue for palms to touch. Either way, I want you to start to draw your shoulders away from your ears. The elbows pull down toward your navel. And then your hands are right at the center of your face. So they're not shifting to the left or to the right. They're dead center. Start to sit your hips back and down. Getting rooted through your left foot. So all 4 corners of the left foot stay firmly grounded onto your mat as you lift your right leg. Now you've got a few options here. As you wrap the right leg up and over the left, you can come to a kickstand. You can press your calf muscles together, or you can loop the toes around the back of your left calf. Now listen, you may see your right knee shift over to the left, draw it back to the center. And then again, imagine sitting against a wall, shoulders are hovered right over your hips. Start to draw everything down into the center line. Squeezing, compressing all the joints of the body. Stay right where you are and find your breath. Finding your drishti as well, a single point of focus, something that doesn't move to gaze at. Keep your core engaged. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Finding deeper compression as you exhale, drawing everything down. Good, beautiful focus, I love it. So we'll take a second set of Garudasana, but for now, just try and drop your hips just a little bit deeper. Finding an inhale, we start to rise and release. Right foot plants, the arms come up overhead and tap. And moving right into the left side, exhale, left arm wraps around the right this time. or the arms wrap around the shoulders. Again, I'll be cueing for palms to touch. So pressing your palms together tightly, drawing your arms back to the center of your face. The shoulders drop as the elbows draw down toward your navel. Press your hips back and down. Keep your navel drawn up and in. Rooting down through all four corners of the right foot. This time you lift the left leg. And then start to sweep it up and over the right. Again, coming for the kickstand, pressing the calves together, or wrapping the toes around the back of the leg, and then drawing the left knee back to center. Again, imagine sitting against that wall, shoulders right over your hips. Finding a deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale, start to compress, drawing the hips just a little bit deeper. Elbows continue to draw down, squeezing, compressing, breathing, pressing everything into the center line. Stay where you are. Find that single point of focus, that drishti. Don't forget about your pranayama, your breath. Keep breathing. Breathe. Stay where you are. Take an inhale. And if you can, exhale and come a little bit deeper. Squeeze, compress. And the next inhale releases us. Left foot drops. Palms come to touch overhead. And exhale into mountain pose. We'll find a second set. Inhale as you sweep your arms up, Garudasana, eagle pose, right side. Exhale, right underneath, left. Bring the palms to touch. Right away, the hips go back and down. Inhaling the right leg up and over the left. Sitting the hips nice and deep, drawing that right knee back to center. Start to hollow out the belly. And as you inhale, lift your fingertips up toward the sky. Good, sleeping eagle, exhale, round forward. Fingertips point toward the top edge of your mat. And then drop the chin to your chest. That's probably the hardest part, so be gentle with yourself. No expectations. Now you can stay right here in your sleeping eagle, or you can start to go to flying eagle, releasing the right leg and extending the toes back behind you. Keep drawing your shoulders away from your ears, pressing your collarbone forward. And as everyone starts to make their way back to eagle pose, flying eagle, sweeping the right leg back through, wrapping around the left, taking a moment to sit just a little bit deeper, and then inhaling to release, right foot down, palms tap overhead. Moving right to the left side, exhale as you sweep the left arm under, palms to touch. Hips go back and down. The left leg wraps up and around the right, drawing that left knee back to center. Starting to hollow out your belly, inhale, lift the fingertips. And exhaling to round and fold, sleeping eagle. Chin to chest, keep the core engaged. The navel continues to draw up and away from the thigh. And for those of you who'd like to take flight, unraveling the left leg, sending the left toes to the back of the room, keeping your hips square and level to your mat. Rounding down through all four corners of the right foot. And slowly everyone starts to make their way back to their eagle pose, sweeping the left leg through if you've extended the toes. Left leg wraps up and over the right, compressing just a little bit deeper, coming down just a little bit lower. And then change, inhale, rise, sweep the fingertips up, palms tap overhead, and exhale to release. Standing forehead to knee, starting on our right side, rooting down through all four corners of the left foot. You want to keep that left glute engaged. The hips continue to press forward as the navel draws in. Left quad fully engaged as you draw the right knee to tabletop. Right thigh parallel to your mat. Right toes drawn back toward the knee. Shoulders back and down. Great place to stay. For those of you who want to take it a step further, round the torso forward, interlace all 10 fingers beneath the right foot, and then start to draw the knee up into your chest. Make sure your standing quad is still fully engaged. And if you'd like to move a little bit further, starting to kick the right heel forward toward the front of the room, Make sure that you're still rooted, grounded through all four corners of your standing foot. If you'd like to test your balance a little bit, you can start to bend your elbows, sending them down toward the earth, and then drop your forehead down to meet your knee. Now, when it comes to these balancing poses, ego is a huge player. So please be gentle with yourself. Take your time. I want you to see this as a fact-finding mission. Beautiful, Lynn. So not using this as a moment to judge yourself, using this as an opportunity to be curious about what's happening in your body as you try to extend that left leg. Go ahead and take a bend in that knee, draw it back up into your shoulder. As you release your foot, fingertips extend down toward the earth. Inhale as you lift the knee a little higher. Good. Release and exhale. Beautiful. Maybe take a moment to shake the legs out and then quickly find stillness. Moving right onto the left side, rooting down through that right foot. Again, the navel draws in as the tailbone rolls under. Left leg comes to tabletop. Thigh parallel to your mat, left toes drawn back toward the knee, shoulders back and down. Really great place to stay, working on that abdominal strength, or rounding forward, hands, all 10 fingers interlacing beneath the foot, the knee draws up into the left shoulder. Re-engage through your standing quad. And when you're ready, start to kick the left heel forward, making sure that you continue to draw the toes back toward your nose. Rooting down through all four corners of the standing foot. Beautiful. Again, this is a fact-finding mission. So being really curious about how this posture works on your body. Breathe. Beautiful, Tasha. As we start to release, we take a bend in that left knee, drawing it back into the chest. Releasing the grip. Standing tall, lengthening through the crown of the head. Toes are still drawn back toward the nose. Take an inhale, lift the knee higher. And exhale to release, shaking out the legs, maybe taking a little extra movement, and then coming back to stillness. Finding our standing bow pose. Inhaling to sweep your arms up. Releasing the right arm as you exhale. Right away, taking a bend in that right knee. Kick the heel back toward your glute. Grab the foot from the inside. Bring your knees to touch. Re-extend through your left fingertips. Take an inhale as you get long. And as you exhale, draw the torso down. Lengthen the fingertips forward. Kicking into your back hand. Extending, kicking. Try to engage through your core. Take your time. This is a fact-finding mission, so we're just paying attention to how this posture works on the body. And then you can start to micro-tweak. Good, so maybe some of us can start to rotate our right hip down, kicking a little more firmly into the back hand as we try to draw the right knee a little further away from the right hip. And then inhaling to rise, bringing the knees to touch. Exhaling as we release our arms down by our sides. Taking a moment to find that stillness. Breathing, inhaling, filling the lungs. And exhaling to release all attachment to that last pose. Moving to the left side, inhale, sweep the arms up. Releasing the left hand as you exhale. Bend in that left knee. Kick the heel back, grab the foot from the inside, bring your knees to touch. Re-extend through the right fingertips. Take an inhale as you get long. And as you exhale, kick and reach and hinge. Take your time. Making sure that the standing quad is fully engaged. Kicking and reaching in equal opposition. And then maybe taking a moment to fine tune. Maybe dropping the left hip down a little bit, kicking a little more firmly into the back hand, drawing the left knee a little further away from the left hip. Really beautiful. Get a little bit longer. Good, and change. Inhale as you rise, bring the knees to touch. And exhale as you release, arms by your side. Good, again, finding that stillness, releasing attachment to those balancing poses. We are exactly where we're supposed to be right now. Because if we weren't, we wouldn't be here. So that pose is exactly the way it was supposed to be. Come on to the back of your mat. For balancing stick, take an inhale as you sweep your arms up. Interlacing all 10 fingers, release your index fingers. Press your palms together firmly. Draw your arms back behind your ears. Lift your chest, draw the navel up and in. Take a big step forward on your right foot. And then just start to float your left toes. Keep your core engaged. Left glute is engaged as you reach and lengthen through your back toes. Take an inhale to get longer. And as you exhale, starting to hinge the torso down, back toes lift, fingertips extend forward. Try to keep your hips square to your mat. Keep reaching and lengthening in equal opposition, pressing your collarbone forward. We're here for just one more breath. Good, and change. Inhale as you hinge up, the left foot steps back, the right foot steps back to meet it, and we re-lengthen through the fingertips. Take an inhale as you step forward on the left foot this time. Reaching, lengthening through the right toes. Inhale as you get longer. And exhale as you hinge down. Reaching, extending, lengthening. Squeezing through that right glute. Maybe you can lift the leg a little higher. Keep reaching and lengthening through your fingertips. The right hip draws down so that both are square to your mat. Pressing your collarbone forward. We're here for one more breath. Get a little bit longer. And then inhale as you rise, hinge up. Right foot steps back, left to meet. And exhale as you release your arms down by your side. Good. Now, if you're already to the left of your mat, I was on the right side, so I have to shift. Come on to the back of your mat. We'll be taking a big step to the right, so whatever that looks like for you. Take an inhale as you sweep your arms up. And exhale, big step to the right, arms out to a T. Right away, toes turn in, heels turn slightly out. Lengthen through your fingertips, shoulders drop, chest lifted. Send your gaze up as you open your palms to the heavens. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, flat spine, fold, dive forward. Drop your palms to the center of your mat. Now for this first forward fold, we're just gonna enjoy folding forward. So keep your heels grounded, but rock your weight forward a little into your toes a little bit. And then just let your torso hang. Crown of your head reaching for the earth, and just breathe. Maybe you take some movement, bending one knee and then the other, or maybe you really just hang here. Engaging with your breath. And then starting to draw your navel up and in, so engaging through your core. Palms touch down as you lift your torso. So nice flat spine, crown reaching forward. Making sure your core is fully activated. Bring your hands to your hips. Take an inhale as you hinge up, flat spine. Good. The right toes turn to face the front of your room. We're coming right down to warrior two, so the arms lengthen, and then we take a big bend in that right knee. Now, we don't have mirrors, so it's hard to see ourselves, but a lot of us have a tendency to hinge our weight forward when we come into our warrior two. I want you to reach through your left fingertips, draw your shoulders back. Ideally, our shoulders are hovering right over our hips. So if you can see yourself in your camera, just take a quick minute to look. And then I want you to start to peel that right knee open a little bit. Warrior two, a beautiful hip opener. Pressing into the knife edge and the inner arch of the back foot, squeezing through that back glute, and then engaging through the left quad. Your torso is square to the front of the room, fingertips lengthen, muscles squeezing into the bone, and then we gaze out over the front fingertips. Get a little bit longer. Maybe come a little deeper into the front knee. And now listen, open your palms, spread your fingers wide. Start to hinge your torso forward. Trikonasana, triangle pose. The right fingertips extend down as the left fingertips extend up. Maybe you come a little deeper into that front knee. Maybe you press into your inner right thigh with your right elbow, twisting a little deeper, rolling your right rib cage under, lengthening and extending through your left fingertips. Sending your gaze up, breathing. Keep the core engaged so the navel continues to draw in toward the spine. Maybe coming a little bit deeper into that front knee. And then change, inhale, and making our way up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Just finding a different version of Trikonasana, start to hinge the right fingertips forward. And then drop the right palm down. Left fingertips extend up. Pressing into the knife edge and the inner arch of the back foot. The right palm is lightly resting or actively pressing your torso away from your right thigh. The tiniest of micro bends in your front knee. Engage through that quad as much as you're able to. Roll the right rib cage, the right hip under, send your gaze up. We're gonna switch it up a little bit and come right to a reverse warrior. So take an inhale, take your time, bending that front knee. Right fingertips extend up and back as the left palm gently touches down, or maybe you take a little bind, left hand wraps around the small of the back and reaches for the right hip. And now come a little deeper into that front knee. As we extend the right fingertips up, we drop the shoulders down and then peel the torso open. Beautiful. One full inhale and exhale right here. And then releasing to our warrior two. Straighten the front leg. The right toes turn in. Palms open to the ceiling. Gaze up. Inhale, look up, lift your chest. Flat spine, fold forward, exhale. This time grabbing for the knife edges of your feet right away. You can also grab onto your ankles or your calf muscles. Wherever you are, inhale and lengthen through your spine. And exhale as you start to pull on whatever grip you have, drawing your forehead down toward your mat. Inhale, deep breath. And exhale, pull. Another inhale, full breath. Exhale, pull. One more time, full breath in. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. Release your hands to your mat, a little bit of a twist. Left hand plants right in the center of your mat. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips up. Gazing up toward your right thumb. Actively pressing your mat away with your left hand. Find one breath in. And as you exhale, release your right hand down to your mat. Continue to flatten your spine. Inhale, extend through the left fingertips. Actively pressing the earth away with your right palm. Try to tip that left hip down so that the twist is in the middle of your back. Find one more inhale and exhale to release. Palms press down as you lengthen through your spine, crown reaching forward, gaze is down between your hands. Activate the core, draw your navel up and in, and then the hands come to your hips. Inhale, rise, flat spine. Warrior two into the left knee. Come on down. Torso is square to your computer. Left knee starts to peel open as we press into the knife edge and the inner arch of the back foot. Engage through that right quad. Feel the kneecap press back. Leg is as straight as possible. That right glute is also actively engaged. Maybe you come a little bit deeper into your warrior two. And again, if you find yourself hinging forward, reach the right fingertips back, shoulders right over your hips. And now open your palms, spread your fingers wide, feel that webbing stretch. Hinge forward. And then Trikonasana down, we extend through the left fingertips, left elbow gently pressing the left knee a little more open. Rotating that left hip under, the left rib cage under, gazing up toward the right thumb. Stay connected to your breath. Good, beautiful, and change, inhaling as we hinge up, straightening the left leg. Our second Trikonasana, hinge the left fingertips forward, drop the palm, extend through the right fingertips. Again, light touch on the left shin or actively pressing your torso away, rotating the left hip, the left rib cage under as you gaze up toward your right thumb. Little bend in the left knee, staying connected to the breath. Moving right to our reverse warrior, take your time. Inhale, big bend in the front knee. Left fingertips extend up as the right palm touches down. And then we peel open. Shoulders away from our ears. The core is engaged, coming a little bit deeper into that front knee. Breathe. Stay connected to your breath. Finding one more inhale. And one more exhale right here. Finding your warrior two. Straightening the left leg, left toes turn in. This time we drop our hands behind us and interlace all 10 fingers. Knuckles press down as we inhale and lift the chest. Exhaling to fold forward. The knuckles press up toward the ceiling and then maybe toward the front of the room. Now you can stay right here. If it's in your practice and you'd like to do a tripod stand, you're more than welcome to. So the palms touch down right beneath your shoulders, and then you drop the crown of your head down. And as you engage through your core, the toes press up and maybe out, and then we lift the legs. Now there's no pressure to go there if that's not in your practice today. You can stay and enjoy that beautiful forward fold with the shoulder rinse. We're only here for a couple more breaths. Slowly start to release your hands to your mat. The palms touch down as we lift and extend through the crown. Engaging through the core. Hands come to the hips. Inhale as we rise. Good. And now just step your right foot in to meet your left. Making your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up, tap your palms overhead. And exhale as you fold forward. Inhale your way to a halfway lift. Lengthening through the crown of your head, the navel stays drawn up and in. Palms can rest on your shins. Heels stay grounded as the weight comes forward into the toes. Imagine peeking over the edge of a cliff. Draw the shoulders back. Squeeze the blades together. Stay right here, fold full breath in. Exhale and fold forward. I want you to step your left foot back to a low lunge. Good. As we start to straighten that front leg, we round forward, bringing your chin or your forehead or your nose toward your knee. The left heel relaxes down. You can also turn the left heel in and plant the foot and start to just make that forehead to knee connection. Maybe you start to draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. Always an option to step the left foot over a few inches if you've got really tight hips. That'll really help facilitate drawing that left hip forward. But we take a moment to just breathe here in this fold. Good, wherever you are. Take an inhale as you start to make your way back to a low lunge. Left hand plants on the inside of the right foot. We're coming right to easy twist. So you take an inhale to extend through your right fingertips. Try to keep your right knee from floating away from your body. Draw it into the center line. Finding one more breath in, maybe twisting a little deeper. And as you exhale, planting your palm on your mat. Take a little bend in that left knee, draw your navel up and in, and then inhale as you step the left foot forward. And exhale to fold. Inhale as you come back to a halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. This time stepping the right foot back to a low lunge. Coming back to that same pyramid stretch, that static stretch, starting to round through the spine, straightening the front leg. Relax the right heel down or drop the heel altogether so the right foot would be at a 45-degree angle. And if you need to, stepping the foot a few inches over to the right to help facilitate drawing that right hip forward as you round and fold over your left leg. Maybe you bring your forehead to your knee. Breathe. Let your breath work on your body. The deeper we breathe, the more our body says yes to opening up, so breathe. Really beautiful change. Slowly start to release, coming back to that low lunge. Right hand plants as we come to an easy twist on the left side. Extend through the fingertips. Right palm actively pressing your mat away, shoulders peel away from your ears. Don't let that left knee float away from you. Draw it back into the center line. Twisting a little deeper, inhale. Exhale to plant your palm. Again, taking a little bend in that right knee. Draw the navel up and in. Inhale to step the right foot forward. Exhale to fold, deep bend in your knees, heavy head, heavy shoulders as we inhale to roll up. Exhaling the shoulders back and down when you get to the top. The last little bit of our standing series, tree pose. So we've got just a little bit of time, we got a few options here. So our first option is the kickstand. Next option would be the inner calf muscle or the inner thigh. And then maybe we're just bringing your hands to heart center. Always an option to grow your tree or take some movement, whatever feels good for you. Maybe you close your eyes, maybe you send your gaze up, just taking a moment to breathe. Staying connected to your breath. Good. And wherever you are, bringing your hands to touch. And then bringing your thumbs to your third eye center. Taking an inhale. Exhale as you drop your hands to heart center. Another full breath in right where you are. And exhale to release, hands down by your side. Roll your shoulders back and down. Moving on to the left side. Again, coming to your kickstand, the inner calf muscle or the inner thigh. Just making sure that you avoid your kneecap altogether. We want to protect our knee joints. And then taking your hands wherever you'd like. Just growing your tree, maybe adding in some movement, whatever feels good for you. Focusing on your breath. Maybe closing your eyes or sending your gaze up. And then wherever you are, finding your hands at heart center. Thumbs to the third eye. A full inhale through your nose. Exhaling to heart center. Another breath in. And releasing to exhale. Finding your way down onto your back, maybe grabbing some water on your way down. Just taking a moment to find some stillness. Taking a moment to rest, to just be. Whether that looks like Shavasana or Supapakamasana. Maybe you take the shape of a star, whatever feels good for you in this moment. And when removing pose, starting to draw your knee, your right knee in toward your right shoulder, steepling your fingers on your shin. Head and shoulders relaxed against your mat. Drawing your navel down and in. Really lengthening through the left heel, drawing your left toes, your right toes back toward your knee. We'll stay here for just a couple rounds of breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, draw the knee a little bit deeper. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale to draw deeper. Good, preparing for supine twist, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, drawing your knee across your body, right arm extends to the left side of the room. Try not to force or push or pull in this supine twist. Connect with your breath. Like I said before, the deeper we breathe, the more willing our body is to open up. So let your breath and gravity do the work. You just relax in this posture as much as you can. If you are able to, keep the right shoulder down onto your mat. Otherwise, just let your body be where it is right now and just breathe. Engaging through your core, take an inhale as you make your way back to center. Draw your right knee in toward your shoulder. And then pull the left knee in to meet it. Taking a second to rock from side to side. And then come back to center. Extend your right leg long onto your mat as you steeple your fingers on your left shin. Draw the knee in toward your left shoulder. Toes pull back toward your nose. Navel draws down toward your spine. Head and shoulders relax. Maybe you tuck your chin a little bit. Stay here and take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhaling to draw a little bit deeper. One more time, full inhale. Exhale, pull deeper. Take an inhale as you prepare for supine twist. And exhale the left knee across the body. Left arm extends, gaze toward the left thumb. Breathe, let gravity and your breath do its job. Stay connected. Stay connected to your breath. Drawing your navel down and in, take an inhale as you make your way back to center. Good, pulling both knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins, coming into a little cannonball. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, release. Making your way onto your belly for Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Palms beneath your shoulders, tops of your feet pressing down into your mat. Draw your toes and your heels to touch. Hips pressed down. Chin resting on your mat. Draw your shoulders back. And then take an inhale as you peel up. Pressing the tops of your feet down, squeezing through your quads. Keep pulling the shoulders back and down, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Little to no weight in your palms. The elbows can point straight up. Maybe you lift the hands and float the palms. Take one inhale, peel a little higher. And exhale as you release, chin down, right cheek down, arms by your side. Second set, bringing your chin to the center, palms beneath your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet down. Take an inhale as you peel up. Right away the shoulders, draw away from your ears. Maybe coming a little bit higher. And then bring the arms out like airplane wings, and then lock the shoulder blades in toward one another. Lift the legs. Start to send your gaze up, heel up. Find one inhale. And exhale, release, chin down, left cheek down. Bring your chin to the center of your mat. Palms beneath your shoulders, finding your way back to child's pose. Bringing your knees wide, toes touching, hips press back toward the heels, hands extend forward, forehead resting on the mat. Start to walk your hands back toward your knees as you come to sitting on your heels. Bring your knees to touch. Coming right to embryo pose. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, chin to chest, round forward. Forehead touches down right in front of your knees, arms by your side. This is a great place to stay. Another option is to take a rabbit pose. So you would grab your heels in a nice tight grip and start to draw your forehead toward your knees. This is another great place to stay. You can work on letting the spine open up and round, or you can start to peel your hips up and away from your mat. Continue to grip the heels, maybe drawing the forehead in, peeling a little higher. One round of breath right here. And exhale as you release your heels, your hips down to your heels. Inhaling to slowly roll up. We'll take one round of camel pose. Come to standing on your knees. Hips will be right over your knees. Feet can be tucked, or the tops of your feet can be flat onto your mat. Hands to the low spine. Elbows squeeze in toward one another. The shoulders roll back and down. Start to press your hips forward and then let your head drop back. You can stay right where you are, continuing to press the hips forward and lift through the chest. If you can see the wall behind you, maybe you drop your hands to your heels, and then you continue to press forward and lift through your chest. Beautiful heart opener, beautiful back bend. Bringing one hand to your hip, followed by the other. Inhale as you rise. Finding embryo as you exhale. Inhaling as you slowly roll up. Coming onto one hip. The legs go out in front of you. Come down to your back. Finding your happy baby. Grabbing the outside edges of the feet or the inside or the peace fingers. Just grab onto the big toes. Head and shoulders relax. Soles of your feet point straight up. You start to pull on the knees, drawing them down toward the mat on either side of your torso. Draw your navel in and then roll your tailbone down toward the earth. Tuck your chin just a little bit. A few deep breaths right here. And then we slowly start to rock from side to side. Or maybe you straighten one leg and then the other. Playing around a little bit with the feet. And then coming back to center, finding your legs up the wall. Heels pressing straight up toward the sky. Navel draws down and in. You can start to roll the tailbone under a little bit. If you need a little bit more support, take your thumbs, place them right under your sits bones. Head and shoulders are relaxed. It's always nice to take a little bend in the knees if you want to give your legs a little bit of relief. Otherwise, try and press through the heels. You'll feel your quads really start to engage. And then taking a deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale, start to lower the heels down, Releasing your thumbs from underneath you if you have them there. Keep your navel drawn down toward the earth. Keep pressing your heels forward. Just a little bit of core work. And then when you release the bottom, releasing into your final Shavasana, palms open to the ceiling. Letting everything go. Breathing. Observing your thoughts. Observing any emotions that may have come up. And giving yourself space to just feel whatever you're feeling. Without judgment, without attachment. Letting yourself just be human in this moment, whatever that looks like for you. Thank you all so much for joining me today. What an honor and a pleasure to be able to share space with you, even if from afar, to share energy with you, even if from afar. I hope you were able to find a moment of peace today during class, and I hope to see all of your lovely faces very soon. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to stop the recording. People are welcome to stay on for a little bit longer if you